Hello YouTube channel 2024. It's the first time I've said that this year. Apologies, because the last 3 months of 2023 I put out 0 videos. Massive failure on my part, but I have been extensively renovating part of our house for those last 3 months, and it's still not finished yet. I've probably got another 6 weeks worth of work to go. That may end up being longer because I really need to get back to building some guitars, making some videos, and yeah, having fun in the shed. So this guitar is something I have not made a single video about yet, and if you follow me on Instagram, there'll be a link down below to my social medias. I've been working on this guitar for, I think about 4 months, but I haven't really done anything for the last 3 months. So a friend of mine kindly gave me this Strat body, which is made out of a countertop offcut. So it's multiple different species of wood glued together to make a countertop. It was already Strat body shaped. I did refine it a little bit. It's not an exact Strat replica or anything like that. There were no routes of any kind in the guitar. It was literally just a solid block. So I've taken this tremolo, first tremolo that I've done. Interesting stuff there, a few mistakes I've made. The body binding, did the neck pocket, done 2 humbuckers for the routing on the top, and then on the back, well, the back's quite interesting as well, really, isn't it? So I've done a tremolo. I got my templates mixed up, so my cavity is ginormous, which isn't that bad of a thing because it was quite heavy before. Bit of a carve away in the neck heel access area, a custom control cavity, and I've also done this little sideways secret jack input, which is kind of a bit of a homage to, you know, the modern kind of fan fret headless guitars. Definitely something I'd like to try in the future. So yeah, this is pretty much where we're at. The neck, I built this from scratch, and this was the remaining material left over from the Les Paul Junior. So reverse headstock, rosewood board. First time I've used rosewood for a fretboard. I've got my actual Strat Jessica. It's got a rosewood board and it's a lovely board. But yeah, I've put this one on here, so it's nice to use instead of ebony, way more easy to deal with. I have gone with 21 frets and a different style of truss rod to try something out. So for the old spoke wheel adjustment truss rod down at the bottom there, I've gone for an LSR roller nut to see how that works out. I think I may have a small issue with the nut because as far as I can see, where the string's going to rest is on the ball bearing, which is actually a longer distance to the first fret than what it should be. I don't know, so that may need to be moved in the future. I was going to be doing my custom headstock shape, but my drawings and my templates got mixed up anyway, so it's ended up being this reverse headstock, which is neither my own design nor anyone else's. It's just a bit of an accident, but we'll keep it for what it is. And yeah, this guitar has essentially been ready for finishing for over 12 weeks. And I haven't done anything to it. Not because I don't know what I want to do, but there's a few things that I'm still not 100% on that I'm kind of unsure. Firstly, let's go for the tremolo. I don't really know how well this tremolo is going to work. It's from Music Lily, and it's a solid brass block that I did have to get shaved down and put some little indents in because the body wasn't actually 44mm thick. It was, I don't know what it is, I think it's about 37mm, so I had to get that shaved down by a machinist. So that should be okay, but I'm not sure how well the tremolo is actually going to work, this PRS style tremolo. I haven't had any strings on it yet, and I don't have any of the holes drilled. Now the reason that I've kind of gotten to this point and not done anything is because I made a massive mistake on the Les Paul Junior, which was that I partially assembled it, took the bits of hardware off, did all the finishing, and then I didn't mount the bridge posts and a few other things like that, and then ended up I made a bit of a pig's ear out of it. It all ended up fine in the end, but it wasn't the way that I wanted the instrument to go. So I thought for the first time, well, actually I'm just going to mount everything on the guitar, get it fully working, get it all set up, and then strip it down to finish it. So finishing, I don't really know what well, I do know what I want, and that is to use this old bottle of Indian ink that I used for Jessica, my black Strat, for the top of the guitar and for the top of the headstock, and then everything else can be in clear. Now the actual finish that I'm going to use, if I'm going to use oil, I don't know, I've got plenty of oil, so I could use oil. I would like to try some nitro, but it's really difficult to get it shipped over here. And I've got a bunch of 2K clear that I've never used before as well, so I could try that. Also, I don't have anything on the headstock yet. I was considering doing a mother of pearl inlay again, but I don't honestly think that that's the best option. So I'm a bit stuck. If I used the 2K clear, I could get a friend of mine to do a vinyl sticker, put it on there, and then just cover it with clear with like 10 coats of it. So that's a possibility. I don't really know how I feel about using, 2K. Not that I should be, because I've never used it. Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's the age-old debate, isn't it? So I may end up just doing it in finishing oil. And if I do that, I might try something else. I might get some shellac and use that as kind of a sanding sealer, and then maybe try the Danish oil, because I've done some Danish oil on some stairs that I renovated in the house last year, and they come out brilliantly. So that might be the case. What am I doing today though? I don't even know really, but I don't have any holes drilled for the controls, so that's kind of what I need to figure out. 1 volume, 1 tone, 5-way switch, treble bleed. Do you use a treble bleed with that? I think the treble bleed might be for something else, so I do have that guy as well. Cool, and those are the knobs. Volume, tone, 3-way. This is what I need to make a decision on, is where exactly these are going to go. So that's not going to happen like it does there. So I think that maybe that can happen. Waited such a long time to be able to do this, and now I just need to make sure that I'm not rushing into doing this. So I need to go back to the house and get the bits that I need, the drill bits and all that stuff, and just do another thorough measuring to make sure that this is going to work. I also hadn't mentioned that this Strat is called the Butcher block, so makes sense. So that's going to go there. This guy can end up somewhere around here, and that guy. Yeah. this guy here is going to have to be routed down. So if I just put him in, mark out so I just need to take a couple of millimeters out. Usually, you know, we're saying that a pick guard is, I don't know, 1.95 to 3 millimeters. So I need to take out a couple of mil. There is something else I've noticed. I've previously made these two back plates out of aluminium sheet. Now I can see here that guy's very close, so I'm going to have to be super careful when I'm soldering. That's not touching. I say that, I don't even know if it matters if it does touch. And also I do have a small split in this piece of wood here, which is a bit of a shame. I should have done that a bit closer. So if that does cause a problem, I can put some duct tape or something over there so there's no contact that's going to be made. Because all of this is going to be painted in shielding cavity paint. The next one, when I routed the cavity accidentally in this abundantly large size instead of the regular cavity, it didn't really occur to me that usually back plates on Strats and guitars with tremolos sit over the outside, and I used a rabbiting bit on the, wow, it's not beautiful, that's how cold it is. I used a rabbiting bit and I didn't think, oh yeah, I'm going to have some way to screw that guy in. Yeah, that is actually the other side, so that's going to go on there like that. So I need to think of a way to affix this back plate on, because I don't really fancy that just being left open. So I've got a couple of choices, and I think the easiest way to go, do I have, so I've got my hole there for my ground wire, one piece of wood there, one piece of wood there, glued in with a couple of screws, job done. Because there is even if there were just 2 screws holding it in, there's going to be plenty. It's not going anywhere, but there does seem to be a little bit of a wiggle there. Could just be a small amount of contact. This is actually off the same piece of wood that I made the neck out of. See, I don't have anything that I made the body from. because it already came finished. So it's just about finding something that's probably the appropriate thickness already, and just yeah, cut a few pieces out. So they need to be 14mm. That's 19mm. But if I cut 14mm off it, that will give me some nice strips. It's relatively square already. That fits in there bang on. So I'm going to put this guy in here, just leave enough space so I've got my drill hole for my ground wire. So now I want to do the same across here. Certainly not the prettiest thing, but it will work. I think I'm going to call it for this video. Next week I will be doing some preliminary wiring. I think I will just wire the bridge pickup straight to the output jack so that I can do some setting up and finagling of the neck and the neck angle and making sure that that is all okay. So next week I'll get some strings on, I'll get a bridge pickup mounted up, and I will make sure that this thing plays like a guitar in preparation to strip the whole thing down and to finish it. So that's going to be next week's episode. Also, if you've watched the Les Paul Jr. video, thank you so much. I need to get some more practice in at recording myself play. That will come in time. Also, I have multiple builds that are just sat there doing nothing. I need to get a move on with these guitars. I want to have all of these guitars finished this year and more, because I am going to be starting a fresh scratch build very soon. I'm very excited and also terribly nervous about what I'm going to be doing. So stick around for that one. I need to get the 2 prototype Mosal customs done with the 2F hole tops that are here. I need to get this batch of what is supposed to be 3 Telecasters done. The bodies are still blanks. I also need to get done the Flying V, which is supposed to be done like a year ago. So please leave a like, please subscribe if you want to come and have a look along what the hell is going to be going on this year, and thank you very much. See you all in the next video.